Finally, I am making a second part of K-pop idols who sabotaged their groups. You can find the link to the first part below. So let's get to it. In the comments, many people said that AOA should be in the second part. And yeah, I agree that what Mina did to the group and its members is heartbreaking. On Friday, July 3rd, 2020, Mina posted on her Instagram blank posts with long captions detailing years of bullying she faced from AOA's leader, Shin Jimin. This includes Jimin preventing Mina from visiting her father while he was dying, telling her things such as to get lost, shaming her body figure, scaring and threatening her, physically abusing and tormenting her. How FNC Entertainment did not do anything about it despite Mina's claims to Jimin about bullying her, and how she had been bullied by her since she was a trainee. Mina also stated that after Jimin's father had recently passed away, she visited the funeral hall to show some support toward Jimin. Jimin then cried and apologized to her. Jimin then posted on her Instagram story with the word fiction, which was quickly deleted. At that time, everybody supported Mina and went hard on Jimin. It's AOA Jimin for sure. That's terrible for Mina, but I'm not surprised that bullying goes on in K-pop groups. I wonder how many are currently being bullied off cameras and in their shared dorms and the public doesn't know about it. That actually makes me sad. I hope Jimin gets what she deserves. I used to feel sorry when online netizens bullied her for her looks. Now I see it was God's work. May God avenge all the innocent people she hurt. Mina, as expected, was outraged by what Jimin had posted on her Instagram story and had furthermore posted other posts explaining that as a result of a decade-long of bullying she faced from Jimin, she had to take sleeping pills to fall asleep, had to put on a fake smile, and had attempted to live herself and this. She had also stated that she was completely broken by Jimin's actions and that members of her family were also suffering. According to Mina, there are witnesses and evidence of what Jimin had done. Then Mina further stated that during their contract renewal, the reason she did not renew was because of Jimin and as a result had left both AOA and FNC. Then Mina claimed that AOA members visited her and apologized, but for her it didn't feel sincere. As Jimin said, she couldn't remember anything. Then Jimin posted a public apology. I can't put everything into a short post, but I'm sorry and I apologize. I'm not good enough to lead the team, and I'm sorry. While I regret it and I feel guilty, I didn't understand Mina very well, and I think I didn't look at her carefully. Yesterday, I cried and begged and cried again, but I think I couldn't easily resolve Mina's feelings that have mounted up about me. I'm really sorry. When I was young, I was in my early 20s and thought that my team should only show good things to the staff and outside world. But I think that was a lacking way to lead the team as a human. I'm sorry I caused a controversy. I'm sorry for writing so suddenly. And most of all, I'm truly sorry to the members and Mina, who worked hard for us both. After Jimin's post on Instagram, Mina has followed up with her own. Begged? What do you mean, begged? I'll say what I have to say before I leave. Yesterday, you said that you did that because you wished I got on the right path. A person like that brought a man to the dorm and had sex with him? You should walk on the right path yourself. At least, you shouldn't lie. I know that you didn't want to apologize and hated me until the end. But what? I won't forget the look you gave me when you came in. When I pass away, I'll pay you back exactly what you gave to me. All the eyes and ears that were in my house. You're all the same. Shin Jimin is so blessed. You're lucky. They're all on your side. You won. I lost. I lost in the end. At this point, people felt that something was wrong with Mina as she kept attacking Jimin and releasing information that nobody had a business to know. But still, Mina had a big support, and this led Jimin to decide to leave AOA and the entertainment industry as a whole. Some people had stated that all the harassment that Jimin is currently facing and all the hate comments are what she deserves and is karma. Numerous people began criticizing Seolhyun as she is Jimin's best friend and they have matching tattoos together, for being friends with Jimin and how she was a bystander of the bullying. So the whole hate train went to Seolhyun as well. After about a month of the original allegations, on August 6, 2020, Mina began posting about this controversy again. And this happened many times, and due to that, even Dispatch became suspicious and did an investigation. The first piece was a text message conversation exchanged between Jimin and Mina on the day following Jimin's father's passing. In this conversation, Mina thanked Jimin for being kind to her, and Jimin replied by showing love back. The two continued to exchange messages on a couple of occasions after, which it seems that they were on good terms and were even planning to go out for a meal together. And many others where it seems that Mina was harassing and threatening Jimin with messages. After this, Mina lost the majority of supporters. In January 2022, Jimin returned to social media after stepping out of public view a year and a half ago. On her birthday of January 8th, she released a new song, Suddenly. Since July 2020, AOA members Seolhyun, Eun-hye, Chanmi, and Hee-jong have returned to social media. Another member that harmed their own group is B.I, former member of Ikon. On June 11, 2019, it was revealed that B.I was suspected of drug crimes such as attempting to purchase LSD and marijuana back in August 2016. However, even with the suspicions, the police did not investigate him. Dispatch acquired Kakao Talk chat logs between B.I and Mr. A, showing their conversations about drugs started in April 2016. In the first chat log revealed by Dispatch, B.I can be seen inquiring heavily about LSD and even asking for a discount. The same day, B.I admitted that he wanted to use drugs and announced his departure from Ikon. It is true that I had previously wanted to rely on things that I should not have even had interest in because I was having such a difficult and rough time. But I was not even able to do it because I was afraid. Nevertheless, I am extremely embarrassed and sorry towards all of our fans and our members, who are deeply disappointed and hurt by my wrong words and actions. I will humbly reflect upon my wrongdoings and withdraw from the team. But the reason the group was harmed is not because of a fellow member being in a drug scandal, but that he wasn't a part of the group anymore. As B.I was the leader of the group and very talented, that made the group popular. He wrote and produced Ikon's biggest hits, like Love Scenario, Killing Me, and Rhythm Ta. Since B.I left Ikon, the group wasn't able to get back the popularity as they once had, and within a few years, Ikon left YG and signed a contract with 143 Entertainment. While Ikon struggled with gaining popularity, B.I was shining in his solo career. Another case where the group was destroyed by a member in the terrible bullying case of first-generation group Sharp. Sharp is most well remembered as a four-membered co-ed group. The group originally debuted as Five in November 1998 with their first album, The Sharp. During the promotions of their first album, an additional member named Chris was added to the lineup, and Sharp continued promotions as a six-membered group. After a few more member changes, including John Kim leaving and Sori joining, the group saw success at a time when most groups dominating the music scene were single-sex groups. While the group was growing in success, there were extreme issues going on between the members of the group, specifically Lee Ji-hee and So Ji-young. Sharp was created by So Ji-young's family, and she had planned on filling the group with friends. These plans changed when Lee Ji-hee was added to the group. Lee Ji-hee was added to the group through auditions based on her talent, and it is said that So Ji-young's jealousy is what caused the initial issues between the two. When it became clear that Lee Ji-hee would not be removed from the group, So Ji-young began physically harassing Lee Ji-hee. In an interview 15 years later, Lee Ji-hee could not recall memories from that time without crying. According to Lee Ji-hee, So Ji-young would attack and abuse her physically and verbally almost daily. While there are many instances of bullying between members of K-pop groups, So Ji-young took her abuse to the next level. So Ji-young was dating actor Ryu Si-won, best known for his role in Goodbye Dear Wife, at the time, and allegedly invited him to slap and berate Lee Ji-hee as well. The event leading to the group's demise occurred in October 2002 at KBS's Music Bank. So Ji-young reportedly called Lee Ji-hee names, causing the two to begin fighting in an elevator. After being separated to cool off, it seemed as though that might have been the end of it. The next day, however, So Ji-young's mother allegedly confronted and assaulted Lee Ji-hee physically and verbally. The group held a press conference where the two explained what happened from their point of view. So Ji-young gave an altered account of what happened, where she placed the blame heavily on Lee Ji-hee. According to what Ji-hee, Eun-hye said in the article, she claims she only hit me a few times. Of course, I wasn't able to focus fully at the time, but she hit me using her fists and hands at least 7 to 8 times. She hit me on my face, head, and neck. While using extreme curse words, she grabbed my hair and shook me. Most importantly, So Ji-young denied that she instigated the matter between the two. The group's manager was present at the time of the incident, and according to Ji-young, claimed that Ji-hee was lying. However, when asked about the incident at the press conference, the manager firmly claimed that another witness heard So Ji-young insulting Lee Ji-hee, going directly against what Ji-young had just stated. At this point of the press conference, So Ji-young stands and attempts to walk away. After this press conference, the public's opinion of So Ji-young fell dramatically, and the group's disbandment was the best option for all involved. Lee Ji-hee continued her career as a popular solo artist. She saw so much success while promoting her song, Love Me, that she had to be hospitalized for overworking. So Ji-young famously visited her at the hospital and gifted her white chrysanthemums, a flower traditionally used for the dead. It took the group 11 years to finally meet up and attempt a reconciliation. According to Jang Suk-hyun, it took around an hour of silence before the members began opening up. Another case involved lying about your own age. Stars like sisters Bora and Hyorin are known to have changed their age by 1 year when they debuted. Though this was a small, harmless change, it had been much different for others. In the case of former Baby V.O.X member Lee Gai, she made a much larger change to her age in the hopes of finding success. K-pop girl group Baby V.O.X debuted in 1997. Their debut hit somewhat of a rough start as their title track, To Men, was banned from broadcast due to the lyrical content. It was during this album's promotions that the group lineup had its first of many changes. Member Cha-yumi left the group due to an on-stage injury and was replaced by Kim Mi-yeon. Next, members Jang Hyun-young and Young Soo-won left the group and were replaced by Shim Moon-jin and Lee Gai. It was with this lineup that Baby V.O.X hit high levels of success following the release of Baby V.O.X 2, where the group's concept changed to a much more cute and public-friendly image. After the release of this album, one of the members began getting a lot of attention for her rather mature look. According to her profile, Lee Gai was 20 years old, but many fans questioned how someone that age could look much older than the other members. Lee Gai would also wear sunglasses or hats often to cover her face and often made mistakes while dancing on stage. Curious fans began digging and discovered there was a singer that had the same educational background and looked exactly like Lee Gai. The only difference was that this singer was born in 1968, a full 10 years before what Lee Gai's profile stated. It was revealed that Lee Gai had previously debuted in a trio called Set-or in 1988 under her real name Lee Hee-young. Set-or released 2 albums before disbanding in 1989, leaving Lee Gai to figure out her next steps. She then debuted again as part of a duo called Tam Tam with one of the other members of Set-or in 1991. They released a single album before parting ways in the same year. Lee Gai's next play at success was a solo career under the name Lee Jisoo in 1993. Her 2 solo albums did not gain very much attention and Lee Gai was quickly back to square one by 1994. In what would be her final attempt at stardom, Lee Gai was added to the lineup of Baby V.O.X under another new name and with 10 years taken off of her age in 1997. Her success as a member of the group, however, was short-lived. What many say was the moment that truly gave her away was a moment in an interview with a soccer player who was 19 years old at the time. In the interview, Lee Gai can be heard calling him Appa or older brother, something that did not line up with her false age. Fans were outraged that a woman so much older than the rest of the group, the other members had an average age of around 18 years old, would have debuted and attempted to fit in with the group's youthful concept. DR Music released an official notice and apology for the deception regarding her age, but the damage had been done. Lee Gai was removed and replaced with Eun-hye, a girl half her age. But at the time, the whole group and DR Music was slammed, as they were allowing her lie to the public. But Baby V.O.X continued as a group until 2006 when a Tupac sampling on a track caused an unfortunate and unwarranted scandal that led to their disbandment. On January 3rd and 7th, 2025, Lee Gai surprised fans by leaving comments on a fan-run YouTube channel that featured old Baby V.O.X footage. In her comments, she shared details about her current life. "I've changed my name and now live under a different identity. Recently, broadcasters have been reaching out and even visiting the restaurant where I worked, so I've decided to take a break from work. I've never had a day of peace after deceiving the fan club and the public. It's been over 20 years, but only now can I speak about it. I lived in silence, unable to share my story anywhere." Reflecting on Baby V.O.X's reunion stage, she said, "Seeing my friends standing beautifully on stage brought back so many old memories, conveying her continued affection for the group. The group was originally meant to be a female version of V.O.X, but things changed after I suffered a serious injury while dancing. After that, the agency CEO told me, 'You look 20 years old. Everyone lies about their age. How long do you think you'll even be performing?' and pressured me into hiding my real age." She expressed deep regret over the decision, stating, "Like the saying, secrets don't stay buried, the truth eventually came out, and I had to leave the group. I naively believed promises of making a fortune and ended up deceiving the fan club and the public. It was a foolish mistake. The members cried and begged me not to leave, but I couldn't keep in touch because of the guilt I felt. That's sad. She only wanted to be a singer, a performer, but this happened." What are your thoughts on all of this? Thank you for watching, and see you next time.